Now, from Wish TV, this is The Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Coming up on The Zone Extra, the spring sports season is in full swing.
I think we're all pretty excited and energetic about being together again and just super hopeful about what the team kind of has in store for us.
Tonight in our Coach's Corner, I'm joined by the two coaches whose teams will meet in the Class 4A basketball title game. Plus, we check in with the boys volleyball team that is ranked one of the best in the country.
Well, being recognized nationally as number 4 in the nation, it's a big honor, so we're very excited about it.
Time to knock it out of the park. The Zone Extra starts now. Hey, good evening to you, and welcome to The Zone Extra, everybody. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Spring sports are underway, and we are less than 48 hours away from the start of the boys basketball state finals. In our Coach's Corner tonight, I am joined by the two head coaches who will be on the sidelines for the 4A title game. Lawrence North's Jack Kiefer and Carmel's Ryan Osborne are here tonight in studio. Plus, the NCAA tournament brought a lot of familiar former high school stars back to the Hoosier State this month. Our Olivia Ray has more on the Hoosier homecomings, and you won't want to miss our latest installment of Ask the Commissioner by Paul Neidig of the IHSAA. Now, let's take a look at this week in high school sports. After last season's tournament was cut short, we are finally ready once again for state finals action downtown. Bankers Life Fieldhouse will host 4 championship games on Saturday. Things tip off with the Class 1A game at 10 a.m. and go through the 4A showdown between Lawrence North and Carmel at 8:30. Let's take a look at all the state finals matchups coming up on Saturday. That 1A matchup there, you got Couts against Bar Reeve, and then 2A here, Fort Wayne Blackhawk set to take on Park Heritage. Leo against Silver Creek, and then the 4A matchups we mentioned. Carmel against Lawrence North. That's coming up 8:30. Should be a good one coming up this weekend at the Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Now, more on that 4A matchup later here on the show. Moving now to boys volleyball, and after a canceled 2020 season due to COVID-19, teams are back in action this spring, and 2019 champion Fishers once again looks like the team to beat in Class 4A. The Tigers are the #1 team in the state of Indiana, are currently ranked 7th nationally, and have been as high as 3rd in the country this season. Last week, they traveled to North Central for a top 5 showdown. Fishers would win in straight sets over the Panthers. According to head coach Carlos Capo, his senior Layton team couldn't wait to get back on the court after missing last season.
It's an amazing feeling, the fact that they're able to come out and compete. Last year, we had 4 seniors that unfortunately didn't get a season. We did a parade for them. We did everything we could virtually, but we have 11 seniors this year, so even a bigger group. They couldn't wait to get back in the gym. A lot of them have played since freshman year. Boys volleyball not being as popular as other sports, we get a lot of players starting as a sophomore or juniors, but we had a lot of freshmen that started. They're seniors now, so yeah, that helps a ton.
All right, and in tennis, after last year was canceled, this week finally marked the start of the girls' season. In 2019, Cathedral capped off a perfect season with a 3-2 victory over Park Tudor in the state championship match. The Irish say one of the things they missed the most was just being together as a team.
We've been talking about this since last fall, and we're just very excited to be here. So the excitement, it's high level, intense, but it's also just a joy to be out here together again after a year of a hiatus of nothing.
It feels really good. I was really excited for last year, but it didn't happen, obviously. But I'm excited for this year and to just be out here again. I think we're all pretty excited and energetic about being together again and just super hopeful about what the team kind of has in store for us.
Great to see tennis back. Okay, time for a break, but we have much more ahead here on The Zone Extra tonight. Up next is the Coach's Corner, and what a treat we have. Look who's in the house. Lawrence North's Jack Kiefer and, Carmel's Ryan Osborne. They are both here ahead of the big matchup in the Class 4A title game that's on the way. And still ahead with the entire NCAA tournament in town, several former Indiana high school hoopers had the chance to come home. Olivia Ray has that story. That's coming up.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine. The Coach's Corner, presented by Junk King.
All right, we're back here on the Zone Extra, everybody. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. Time now for the Coach's Corner. Saturday night will feature a pair of programs very familiar with each other, facing off in the Class 4A boys basketball state title game. As second-ranked Carmel takes on McRival and third-ranked Lawrence North. It is our pleasure to welcome the head coaches of both programs to the show tonight. Ryan Osborne, of course, of Carmel, then the veteran himself, the legend, Coach Kiefer, here with us from Lawrence North. Coach, thank you guys so much for joining us. This is a treat to have two great coaches with two great programs here with us tonight. And I'll start first with you, Coach Kiefer. We know you've had your share of winning state championships, but just how great is it to know that you actually can compete for a state title? Last year, I know it had to be difficult, but now a total different year, getting the opportunity to compete on Saturday.
Well, when the season started, I didn't think we'd ever get here.
Really?
I just figured they'd go for a while and it'd die, or it'd die off. And we just kept plugging away. We crossed every path we could, and we actually didn't have any teams that canceled on us. Coach may have, but all the teams we were scheduled to play, we played, and they showed up.
Coach, how nice is it for you guys? Carmel, you are the defending champion when you think about it, to have the opportunity to be able to play this weekend.
Grateful. It's been a lot of fun. And like Coach said, you kind of put your head down and just trudge along and take whatever's in front of you. And obviously there's some obstacles along the way, but I think when we get through all this and we can look back, and we've all grown a little bit, been through some adversity, and now we're here, and so we see some daylight, and we're excited to be playing.
Well, I tell you what, you guys have had an incredible season this year and plan for it all coming up this weekend. Coach Kiefer, you guys, let's start first with you and just your program right now. What do you like about your guys as you get set for this matchup on Saturday?
Well, they just got a little fight in them. We've been beat more than. We lost 2, but we've been beat more than that. and they just turned the game around at the right time and did their job and played together, and we're very athletic, and that makes a difference.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things when you're athletic. You don't have to hide things, and so that's enabled us to play together and get down there and go after it.
Yeah, and Ryan, we look at your team, boys, you guys have to do a lot of battling to get to where you are today, but you got to be pleased and thrilled what you've seen from your team as you get ready for this weekend, right?
Sure. It's watching the team develop, grow a little bit over the last 2 years. Similar team from last season that came back this year, with the exception of Jackson Jansen that graduated. So to watch the team grow individually and as a team has been a lot of fun. And now you see some tight games and some leadership come out, and some poise and some confidence, and like you said, we've been in some pretty tough games, and get to see a little toughness. Yeah,
and so this will be the second time you guys have faced each other this year. We played early in the year. Carmel got the win the first time around, but I know it's all on the line this time around for you guys. Coach, what can you take away from that game the first time around with you're having your team and going against a very talented Carmel team?
Well, I've still got the scab. I'm not healed yet. I mean, guys, darn it. They showed us what a three-pointer was. That's for sure.
Yeah, they did.
And so we've got some improving to do in 2 days here. But it's a different game, different time, different gym. So we're excited to meet them again, and they're always a competitive team, no matter whether it's a good year, bad year, or whatever. But it's a great year for them this year.
Yeah, and Coach, from your perspective, you guys got the win, but I know you're probably not focused on what happened last time. There's a new game now, a different team in Lawrence North. That is, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's no question. I think anytime you take a defeat, it's you grow from it, and sometimes those losses can benefit you in the end. And I think as a coach, you know, beating a really good team twice in the same year is very hard to do.
Yeah.
We won. We hit some shots early, and I think the game was a lot closer than the score indicated. So just like any MIC game, any conference game, we can pretty much guarantee it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, and that's what's so great about these two programs. I mean, it seems like year in and year out, these guys are always at the top, always battling there, not just in the conference, but also when it comes to state championships. And Coach Kiefer, when you look at your team, I've been impressed with what I've seen from them, especially in the postseason. You've had some tough games. Warren Central, we saw what happened in that game in the sectionals, and your team finds ways to win. We saw what happened down there in Bloomington. What do you like about your group of guys right now? What makes them so special and so unique here in the postseason?
Shamar Avance gives us great leadership. He and DJ Hughes, they're seniors. They played for me for 3 years, and DJ's probably played for me 3.5 years. And so they're just. We were having a rough time with one of those teams. I guess it was Plainfield, and Shamar just somewhere in the middle of the game just said, "Well, I'm feeding DJ." And I think DJ had 10 dunks that day. I mean, it's just, it was just a decision he made. He said, "I'm not making anything, so I think I'll give it to him." And he just worked it and found a way to find it, to get it to him. And that's, you know, it's fun to see those kids do that. They couldn't have done that a year ago, 2 years ago.
They're really growing. With the Cats. And as far as Carmel, as we mentioned him, his team in a tough battle down there in Bloomington. You had to go down the wire too and continue to find ways to win. When you look at this group of guys that you have for you, what gives you the confidence going into Saturday against Lawrence North that your guys are going to be able to, be productive and have a great performance out there?
I think our guys are pretty realistic. They take challenges head on and understand it doesn't matter the game. You have to be prepared. And I think they go into each game with the level of confidence that they're going to compete and be their best and give themselves a chance to win at the end. So collectively, it's the leadership. We've got a good senior class, some juniors that have some valuable experience in the tournament and through our run the last couple years. So that's invaluable when you have guys that come back with experience and the confidence. But probably more than anything is the team. They're selfless. They root for each other. They get excited when the other guys do well, and that makes it fun. Makes it fun for everyone.
Well, as I said before, it's been a pleasure to watch these guys coach, and we know what the legend has been able to do throughout his career. And this guy right here is on his way as well. The success by both of these programs has just been just outstanding, and it should be a good one coming up on Saturday. We cannot wait. All the best to you guys. I know the Final Four is going on, but boy, we got some future college student athletes playing for you guys as well, so it's going to be a lot of fun as well. And all the best to you guys, okay?
Thanks, AC.
Coach, thank you for coming, Osborne. Coach Kiefer, appreciate always good seeing you as well, and best of luck to you guys. All right, we're going to take a timeout. So ahead here, much more coming your way here tonight on the Zone Extra. Up next, over 30. How about this? Former Indiana high school basketball players got the chance to experience a homecoming for this year's NCAA tournament. Our Olivia Ray has their story that's coming up. And still ahead, don't miss our Play of the Week. We'll be right back.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
All right, we're back here on the Zone Extra. When you're born in Indiana, you're raised on March Madness. So taking part in the tournament is a dream come true, even more so for the Hoosiers who got to come home this month. Our Olivia Ray has more.
Well,
You here?
I made it.
There's nothing like your baby coming home. And I say baby and he's 23. They will forever be your baby.
This one's for all the Hoosier babies, like Ohio State star CJ Walker, whose versions of Cinderella stories involved buzzer beaters and fairy tale endings. They were at the Final Four.
This is honestly just a dream come true. I won a state championship, Indianapolis, Indiana, downtown at Bankers Life. So that was another memory, playing downtown, playing in front of my family, all back and forth circle to be able to have the opportunity again to win another championship, at home.
Did we ever imagine this? Could we ever have imagined this? No, we couldn't have imagined this, but we've prayed for this.
for a chance to dance, but never in their wildest dreams did they think they'd get to hit the road to do March in their own backyard.
The amount of competition, talent that's come from Indiana, I think it's fitting.
It's just a different type of air, being in Indianapolis and playing down there. It just feels different.
We all know it's a basketball state, so it kind of makes sense if you ask me, and I don't know why it hasn't happened already.
Sure, there's some Hoosier bias in there, and that'll be hard to avoid for the 37 Indiana natives who have basketball in their blood and are, in fact,
staying home.
I'm coming home.
We're staying home.
I'm coming home. Kind of surreal at the moment. It has been a journey.
And it is a little extra special that it's coming back to Indiana. Great memories, and if it is going to be in one place, that would be the perfect place for me.
To be able to represent Indiana in the NCAA tournament is a big deal, and hopefully younger kids look at that and want to get here one day.
The Hoosiers are home, and we're all hoping it'll be one to remember. Olivia Ray, Wish TV, wishtv.com, and follow us on Facebook.
Wow, what a great story there. A lot of fun covering those Hoosiers here in the NCAA tournament. Time for a break, but much more ahead here tonight on the Zone Extra. Where does Paul Nideg feel the IHSAA can improve? We're going to find that out next when we ask the commissioner.
This is the Zone Extra, presented by Franciscan Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back here to the Zone Extra. Now it's time for the Ask the Commissioner. Each week we take one of your questions to IHSAA Commissioner Paul Nideg and bring you his answer. Here is this week's question. What is one thing the IHSAA knows it needs to improve upon in high school sports? How is the association working to accomplish it?
I think improvement is always a possibility, but keeping our focus, I think we need to continue to focus on the association, and that is an education-based athletic system that focuses on the education of a child before the athletic endeavors of that child. And sometimes that gets a little backwards, and we have people that make choices for athletics first, and they make choices for and choices for education second. And in a system such as we have, it doesn't work the other way around, because it doesn't promote every student athlete in every community. And I think we need to make sure that we continue to focus on the values, the experience, and what is learned from every kid who makes a team, and not just the best kids. We understand they're important. We love them too. But we also have to make sure that we have a program here that allows every kid to be successful, enjoy what they do, and learn those lessons in life.
Always great to hear from the commissioner. Thanks again to him for joining us. And here's how you can submit questions. Send us a tweet using the hashtags the Zone Extra and ask the commish, and your question could be used on a future show. All right, one of our favorite parts of covering high school sports is the passion of both the players and the fans in the stands. The school spirit we see is incredible everywhere we go, and each fall we award the prestigious Zone banner to the school with the best spirit. Congratulations again to Westfield, who won it all last fall. Banner season, it may be over, but we are always on the lookout for great school spirit across Central Indiana. If you got the passion, make your school spirit special. Keep us showing us why your school is the best in Central Indiana. The Zone banner coming up this fall should be a lot of fun as we have students hopefully back in the stands. All right, now time to take a look at our play of the week. Each week we feature one of the top plays from high school sports here in Central Indiana. Plus, we want you to get involved. We'll tell you how you can do that in a moment. But first, let's take a look at the play of the week. And here it is, this week's top play. Carmel softball Monday against Westfield. Kylie Cunningham with the home run. Yes, her second of the game. Carmel gets the win. Cunningham with 4 homers already this season, and the Hounds have scored 58 runs in 4 games. Don't forget, we want to see your best plays every week too. Your video could be featured on a future show coming up edition of the Zone Extra. Here's what you got to do. Watch next Thursday night. Your video could be the play of the week. So check it out here on the Zone Extra, coming up every Thursday, of course, right here on Wish TV. All right, folks, that is going to do it for the Zone Extra. Thank you so much for joining us this week, and a big thank you to the coaches for joining us as well. We'll see you back here next